God bless CPAC.
It's already bad.
What an amazing sight. Thousands of patriots and not a damn mask in sight.
And we will ban men.
What a horrible person.
Obviously, everyone here is just following Stacey Abrams' example.
A lot of empty seats, huh?
We find ourselves at an existential moment for our nation. The threats in our country have never been greater. So I want to do something a little bit unusual for CPAC.
Tell the truth?
I want to step back and go a little more philosophical.
Oh, okay.
And ask, what is this battle all about? What are we fighting about in this nation? And I'm going to suggest that the fundamental conflict that is playing out across this great nation is a battle between power and liberty.
I disagree. That's not what it's about.
The two are in fundamental conflict. We are seeing it every day. Vaccine mandates versus doctors and nurses.
I'm getting Charles Manson vibes. Anybody else?
Versus kids in school. Spotify versus Joe Rogan. GoFundMe versus Canadian truckers. Justin Trudeau Let's pause for a second and observe that is the first time in recorded history that any Canadian has ever elicited that much of a response from any crowd on planet Earth. Justin Trudeau and the God-fearing Canadian truckers.
Right?
The New York Times versus Barry Weiss.
Barry or Weiss?
Levi's versus Jennifer Say.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
AOC versus damn near anyone who ever dared to criticize her.
Did he just fart? Did you guys hear that? Or was it just me who heard that?
It means you really want to date her. If you look at this battle, this is not a battle between the weak and the strong. Joe Rogan is many things, but he ain't weak.
Oh my God.
Major League Baseball, which went after the voters of Georgia, the Georgia voters are many things, but they ain't weak. The Biden Department of Justice, when they went after parents. Parents are many things, but they ain't weak. Just ask Loudoun County. Just ask Terry McAuliffe. Just ask all the left-wing Democrats in Virginia who are scared out of their minds right now. You got to understand what is playing out here. What is playing out is the powerful are afraid. They are terrified of you. They look out at the men and women in this room and you scare the living crap out of them.
Yes, but not for the reason Ted Cruz thinks.
Afraid of truth. They are afraid of liberty. That fear is driving them. Let me suggest a principle, a very simple principle for conservatives to understand. Big is bad. Across the board, big government sucks. Big business sucks. big tech, big Hollywood, big universities. Any accumulation of power that is centralized is fundamentally dangerous for individual liberty. What is it that the communists want? The communists want control of everything. They want centralized power.
What communist is he talking about? There's none here in the U.S., barely.
Principles I'm talking about were said far more eloquently, far more elegantly 2 centuries ago by James Madison in Federalist 10. James Madison talked about factions. That was an old word for special interests. And he said factions, if they're able to seize control of government, will strip away our liberty. And the genius of our Constitution.
All right, some people demanding we go back to Jen Psaki, but let's wait until she actually takes some questions.
Makes the executive and Congress fight, makes Congress and the judiciary fight, makes the federal government and the states fight. And what the framers, their genius was.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court has called it splitting the atom of sovereignty. And that if one faction can't seize control of everything.
You guys think 5 or 10% of the audience even has any idea what he's talking about? 5 or 10% or less?
Oh, it's true today. Why is our liberty so under assault? Because giant corporations, giant tech, giant government, they work together hand in hand.
5, okay. 2, oh wow.
You look at what happened with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, Jen Psaki. Oh, come on, Jen Psaki doesn't get the Justin Trudeau treatment?
What?
All right. You know, Peppermint Patty deserves some love.
Oh boy.
Jen Psaki from the White House podium said, billionaires in Silicon Valley, please silence that pesky Rogan guy. There's a pattern of government asking big tech to silence dissent. In Canada, the Canadian truckers, Canadian government says, go fund me. Billionaires, please silence these pesky truckers. By the way, the workers of the world had a revolt, and the left is pissed.
All right, let's listen to Jen Psaki for a bit. Okay.